Has Law Mother been in business?
This is our 7th year, lucky number 7.
And what do you enjoy most about what you do?
Getting to help people face something that they have been putting off.
And do you have a favorite type of client or situation or situation like that?
Parents.
Okay. 7 minutes. It's all yours.
Great. So my name is Pam Garrett with Law Mother. We are an estate planning firm who serves Colorado and now Michigan with wills, trusts, and asset protection. This is my husband and our 2 kiddos, and then this is our team. It's growing, so there's some people not on there. This year we're going to be close to 15. When I started with B&I 7 years ago, this slide was just me and my husband and me and 1 employee. So really grateful for everything that this community has done to help grow my business over the last 7 years. Quick background about me and my journey. I grew up in Arizona, and my dad is an engineer, my mom is a teacher, and I initially followed in my father's footsteps and studied engineering, worked as an engineer. And when I announced I was going to law school, nobody in my family was happy. A lot of them had had bad experiences with lawyers, didn't trust lawyers. I'm the first lawyer in my family, and I share that because I know a lot of people in this room and in our community have a distrust for lawyers. And so our goal at our firm is to really make the legal experience very different for people to have a good experience with working with a law firm. And I graduated from CU Boulder in 2010, so this is my 16th year of law practice, which is making me feel very old. And I started my career as a deputy district attorney, which is why you see the badge up there. I loved being in court every day, but I saw something I didn't like. I saw what happened when families didn't have estate plans in place, and there would be a car accident or a murder or some other crime. And I saw families in horrible probate court battles. I saw kids end up in the foster care system, and that's when I really started to get interested in estate planning. I then went into civil practice. I worked in insurance defense, so I worked for insurance companies defending a lot of construction defect cases, a lot of builders, and which is where a lot of my passion of working with real estate investors is right now. And then I went to the plaintiff side and helped people that were injured. So I have the 10 years of litigation experience and the trial experience, and I like to share that because a lot of people on the estate planning side don't get to see how the documents get ripped apart. They don't get to see the battles down the road. And we really like to bring that litigation experience to help people plan in a better way. And my personal why for what I do is my own family. When my grandmother passed away, her estate plan failed, and I was in college at the time, so I didn't understand everything that I know now. But when I became a lawyer and looked into it, I thought the firm had made a mistake, but I found out what they had done is very common in the legal practice. So everything about our firm is really set up to make sure my community, that your families, that the people you care about don't go through what my family went through. And for my family, it was very expensive, very time consuming, caused a lot of conflict. We still have family members that don't speak, and it wasn't over a lot of money. So a lot of what that firm had done is they had created a trust, but they didn't help my grandmother put everything in the trust. And it's kind of like creating a safe and not putting anything in the safe. And so a lot of law firms don't do that because it's actually very involved. There's a lot of administrative work for it. It seems kind of common sense. Why would you help people create safes and then not help them put things in the safe? But because this has been our focus, we have worked with every institution. We know if you have a Chase Bank account, we know if you have a retirement account, we know if you're a real estate investor with syndications. We know how to do complex assets and bring them into it. And that's one of the big differentiators from us and other firms in town. Another big passion of what I do is really creating high quality service. And my friend Lynn had unfortunately a brain tumor. She has survived the surgery and she's doing great. But before that, she lived up in Longmont and worked with a small firm up in Longmont to set up her estate plan. And she thought she was covered, everything was great. And then a month before her surgery, she had changed a lot of her thoughts of who she wanted in certain roles. And so she reached out to that firm and said, hey, I'm about to go into surgery. I need you to update the plan you created for me. And they said, hey, we're a 3-month out wait. We can't accommodate you. And so that's really the unfortunate thing. A lot of these firms who operate at a very low price point, they just don't have the staff to provide high quality service and to respond to people when they need it most. So she was able to call me. We were able to get her in same day, get everything fixed. We found a lot of errors as well, so we were able to take care of her. The other example is my friend Sarah. We did not do her estate plan, but when her parents passed away, they had worked with another firm and she inherited $250,000. And then when she went through a divorce, she had to give half of that to her ex-husband. If her parents had come to our plan and come and done a plan with us, she would have had to give away $0. And so that's really a difference that we have. We have the level of expertise. This is the only area we focus in. We use the same software that the firms that work with $300 million clients work with. We have the same knowledge, the same training, so we really bring the best of the best to our clientele to make sure they're creating that generational wealth. Over the years, the work we've done in the community has been recognized, which has been a great honor. We have close to now 144 Google reviews, so we're trying to get to 200 this year, so I'll share a link at the end. If you've worked with us, we really would love to have that help getting to that goal. Over the years, the work we've done in the community has also been recognized with some awards. We are 5280 Magazine Top Lawyer for 2026 in our category. We've had that several years in a row. That is a peer-reviewed, so the legal community, there are thousands of estate planning lawyers. Every year, only about 5 to 10 estate planning firms make the list, so we're very honored to be in the top 5% there. We're a neighborhood favorite. Colorado Parent Magazine, we also got the list for 2025. We're in the top 3 for all law firms in the state of Colorado based on community votes, so that's been really great. Super lawyers as well, and I was on the Drew Barrymore show, that was really fun. So who to refer and how to refer to us. Basically, anyone you're referring to, anyone in the insurance space, it's a good time to think of us. Most people aren't going to ask you for an estate planning lawyer. You're going to have to be a little proactive. But we're death and disability insurance from a legal standpoint. So if you're reaching out to Erin, it's a good idea to say, hey, have you done your estate plan? If you're referring people to Richard, if you're referring people to Stu and Larry, that would be a good time. And the biggest thing, the biggest reason people come to us is someone in their life has recently died and they are facing kind of thinking about their own mortality, their own legacy. And so if someone in your life is going through that, you know, it's always awkward to bring up, hey, go talk to your estate planning lawyer, but you'll have some conversations with them and it will naturally come up, and we love that introduction. So how to refer clients to me? In the legal field, if you put them in the app, I can't reach out to them. So please do an email intro. It's our legal ethics. I have to have a warm introduction that way. And then this is the QR code. Thanks so much, everyone.